feels quite nice, just to take them off, put them by your side. Now, when we lie down, this is called Shavasana. So have the legs extended if it feels comfortable, palms facing the ceiling. I'm sort of showing you, imagine you lying down, and then just tuck your chin in towards your throat, so the back of the neck is long. And all we're going to do is have maybe 1 or 2 minutes to arrive in the space. So if you can, just close the eyes and close the mouth if it's comfortable. And take 5 deep breaths. For those of you at home, we're going to take as well 5 deep breaths on our mat. And this is a breath space. It just allows us to arrive in the space and to bring our awareness to our breathing. So very gently, just taking 5 slow breaths. You may smell a little bit of lavender and eucalyptus around the room. Just to cleanse the space that we're working in. It's not over anybody directly, but you may get a little whiff. It certainly just freshens the air in here. You've got windows open, it's great. You've got fresh air. So if you've had a busy day, this may be the quietest you've been all day. So just enjoy these few minutes, lying quiet and still. And take 5 slow breaths here, either through the mouth or through the nostrils. Just 5 slow breaths in your own time. Enjoy each breath. Just simply rest your awareness on your breathing. Let's enjoy 2 more deep breaths together, taking 2 more deep breaths. Quietly allowing the body to be quiet and still. 1 more deep breath in your own time. Excellent. I'd like you now to just begin to wiggle and just move your fingers and your toes, yogis. Just open and stretch the fingers and toes gently. That's it. Give them a wiggle and a stretch. And I want you to make a loose fist with your hand and just make some little rotations with your wrists and ankles. That's it. Small little rotations with the wrist and ankles. This unties the knots in wrist and ankles. Lovely. Little circles in both directions with your wrist and ankle joints. Take care. Go gently. And then we're going to take a deep breath in and stretch our arms over the head, bring the legs together. Can you flex your toes towards you and push your heels away? And just reach and stretch. Ooh, maybe take a little yawn. Release the day. One more deep breath in and then just exhale and float the arms back down to the sides of your body. And open the eyes if they were closed. Welcome back. Let's hug our knees into the chest. We draw the knees into the chest and just rock gently from side to side. This eases out if the lower back feels tight and stiff. Anything where you hug your knees in is also massaging all the abdominal organs. So it's like giving yourself a big internal hug. Just take another breath there for me if you can. Breathing in, breathing out. Marvelous. We're going to roll onto one side, yogis, and come up to standing when you're ready. Just roll onto one side, come up to standing when you're ready. Excellent. That's it. Lovely. Okay, and I'm just going to pop a light on so that hopefully you can see me, and I'll just put the one on here, leave you in relative natural light. So Tadasana is the first standing pose we're going to do. And I simply want you to take your feet about hip width apart. Think about where our hips are. Our feet are no wider. And we have our palms facing forwards, where we can just rotate and roll the shoulders back. And I want you to gaze as if you're maybe sort of about here actually, towards an imaginary horizon. Use that point where the glass meets the mirror for 2 as your focal point, if that helps. And we're just going to open the toes wide and spread them, roll the shoulders back, and just take 5 deep breaths, standing and breathing. So we don't want to stand erect, we want to relax, and slowly, slowly, just gazing ahead, maybe towards, as I say, this imaginary horizon. How we stand, I mean, we've all seen people, haven't we, walking, you know, like this. Not just old people, little old ladies, you know, and little old men. And all we do is, we stress, it's terrible for the spine. So we just want to roll back. We have this long limb floating up, it's called our spine. And it's just that lovely sense of standing and breathing. Now can I ask you to just turn towards the trees? People in the room, I want you to turn towards the trees, look outside. Turn your whole body and face the trees. So turn and face the trees, that's it. Now find one of those lovely trees. If you've got a tree at home, maybe looking out of the window now, find a point of focus or imagine a tree. You can't see a tree at home, imagine, visualize a tree in front of your mind's eye. Look at the various colors of green. There's not just one green, is there? There's many different colors. I want you to find a tree or something outside of that window that catches your eye. Let that be your focus, friend, for the next 3 deep breaths. Simply stand and breathe. And it's just a great way to connect to nature and be in your yoga pose, Tadasana, which means mountain pose. Take 3 more slow breaths, yogis, softly gazing at that beautiful tree in front of you. You and the tree become one, connecting and breathing with the tree, and all the while being aware of your posture. That's it. Take another deep breath in and out here. And relax. We can use nature as a way of calming and quietening our minds whenever we need to. Turn back towards me now, yogis. We're going into 3 or 4 standing poses, then an inversion, then a back bend and a twist. So on your mats, go sideways as wide as you comfortably can. So turn sideways, that may be better. You can use the line that you have, yogis, here in the studio. Use the line and make sure that the arch, your foot is on the arch on the line. People at home, just again, make sure your toes and ankles are facing forward. And just go as wide as you can. You're all on non-slip mats, but you can, of course, take your socks off if you want to. I want you to turn your right foot out 90 degrees and turn your left foot so it's facing forward. So left foot forwards, right foot 90 degrees. If you're not sure, I'm always demonstrating with you, okay? Now we're going to take the arms to shoulder height in Trikonasana, triangle. Have a quick look at the arms and make sure they're in alignment with your shoulders. Both arms are level. A quick look to make sure they are. And when you're happy that they are, we're going to breathe in, tilt to the right, and take your right hand, just rest it above or below the right knee. Bend your left hand and leave it on your left hip for now. Good. So it's like a teapot, isn't it? We're looking down towards the right foot, left elbow bent, hand on left hip. Now we've got an option here, yogis. We can look down towards the foot, or we can look ahead. Raise the left arm slowly. Make sure it's in the same line as your shoulder, and either look up or forwards. 4 deep breaths. If raising the arm is too strong, leave the hand on the hip if you prefer. Keep the front of the body open. That's it. Hold for 2 more deep breaths. That's it. Just try and have the palm facing forwards. That's lovely. Imagine your body between 2 sheets of glass, yogis. We want to keep the front of the body open. We don't want to fold forwards. We want to keep the body open. This pose is said to give us energy. Okay, and open the hips and Also tone your hips and legs. Beautiful. Let's breathe in, come up slowly. Nicely done, yogis. Exhale, release. Now we need to do the other side, don't we? Left and right. So let's just pick our feet up, swivel them round to the other side. So left foot now 90 degrees and right foot should be facing forward. We've simply switched sides, okay? When you're ready, take the arms to shoulder height. Have a quick look. Make sure they're both level with your shoulders. And when you're happy with that, breathe in. Tipping to the left. Your left hand above or below the knee, not pressing into the knee, so above or below. And now take your right hand for a moment to your right hip. Keep the front of the body open, particularly this top shoulder. Raise the right arm, gaze towards it, or look forwards if you prefer. If you feel wobbly, look down towards the left foot, and that's a good way to focus and steady yourself. That's beautiful. 3 more deep breaths if you can, yogis. If it feels a bit strong, just come out of the pose if you need to. We're not here to hurt ourselves, okay? Let's breathe. Let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. It's a warm evening, so nice, deep, even breaths, yogis. Lovely. We're ready to come out. We're going to bend the front knee. Inhale, come up nice and slowly. Exhale, release. Very nice. Walk or zigzag your feet in and just shake it out. Relax. Everybody okay? Do tell me if you're tired. We're going into another standing pose called Warrior One. This is great for stretching and lengthening both the upper and the lower arm. And again, it's said to give us energy. So we take our right foot forwards on our mat. And can you see I've turned my back foot in about 45 degrees. Imagine you're stepping over a puddle. Okay? Now we don't know that our hips are facing forwards. Perhaps we're twisting. So let's take our hands to our hips and just bring the hips back to the front. Imagine 2 flash headlights like on a car facing forwards. Now what we can do is bend our front knee, but make sure you can still see the tops of your toes or foot. If you don't, you're going to run the risk like this. Can you see? That's too much loading on my knee. So we ease off. Make sure you can see the front of your toes, yogis. And we want to track the knee forwards. The back foot's turned out, hips are squared to the front, and that's good. We're good to go. Now we can add the arms. Let's take a breath in together, raise the arms. Now we can do 2 things. We can either have the palms facing, or they can be together. If that's too tight for your shoulders, have them facing. And looking up, or just looking forwards if you prefer. So palms can be together, looking up, that's quite strong, or facing and looking forwards for a gentle stretch in your neck. And then I'd like you to hold that for 3 deep breaths, lengthening and reaching the torso up, anchoring your feet and your legs into the earth. Hold for 2 more deep breaths for me. That's excellent. And again, as you breathe out, yogis, send your energy downwards. Send it into your legs every time you breathe out. We're going to hold for 2 more deep breaths, whether we're looking up or forwards. Relax the face and breathe. Excellent. Now let's release the hands firstly. Bring the back foot forwards, both feet together, and simply switch sides. Okay, so left leg is in front now. Can you see I've got the right foot turned out about 45 degrees. Don't go too wide, and do remember, take your hands to your hips. Hips squared to the front. We don't want to twist. And just having our hands there means our hips are facing forwards. So let's have a look at that front knee. Make sure again, you can still see your toes. Track it forwards. Raise the arms on the next inhalation. Palms facing or touching. And if the palms are together, you might want to cross the thumbs over. That sort of keeps the hands in place. But just looking forwards and reaching the fingertips up is a great stretch for here. Intercostal muscles. And again, 4 deep breaths here, please. Good. Keep the breath relaxed. That's very nice. Nicely done, yogis. 2 more deep breaths. lengthening your upper body and your legs with this pose. Softly looking up or ahead. One more deep breath in. Now when you're ready to release, exhale, release the hands. Step the back foot to meet the front and relax. Well done. Now to complement that, we're going into Warrior 2. We've just done Warrior 1. And Warrior 2 is great again for hips and legs. We're going to add the arms. So can I ask you to go sideways on your mat as wide as you comfortably can? Yeah? Now listen to your hips. If you're tired tonight, don't go too wide, but let's just make sure again that our feet and ankles are facing forwards. Yeah? Feet and ankles facing forward. Okay. So we're going to turn our right foot again out 90 degrees. We're going to leave the left foot facing forwards. If you're not sure, just again, have a quick look at me and I'm doing it with you. I'm practicing this pose with you. We're going to bend the right knee. And again, we can take care to make sure again that we don't come over the right toes. Careful, yeah. We're going to raise the arms. Let's have a quick look, make sure they both start at shoulder height. And then we're going to gaze towards the right middle finger. That's the long finger on the right hand. That's your point of focus. Relax the shoulders. And a useful tip here is to imagine someone pulling your arms gently away from your torso, as if someone were pulling your fingers gently. That opens the collarbone and upper chest. Let's gaze towards the right middle finger for 3 more deep breaths. This pose, yogis, is said to give us confidence. Confidence to tackle all of life's challenges. We can be strong warriors without weapons. Relax your shoulders a little away from the ears. So rather than hunch up, relax, shoulders away from the ears. Good. And softly gaze towards that middle finger. We're going to make the pose a little more dynamic now. As you inhale, straighten your front leg, bring the arms together and lengthen up. As you exhale, go back into the pose and gaze towards that middle finger. Good. 4 more. Breathing in as we lengthen up, straighten the front leg. Exhale, back into Warrior 2, gaze towards the middle finger. Check that front knee isn't coming over the toes. Good. 2 more. Inhale. Lengthen, that's lovely. Exhale, back into Warrior 2. Let's do 2 more slowly. Inhale as you lengthen, straighten that front leg, lovely. Exhale, back into Warrior. 1 more, yogis, in your own time. Inhale as you lengthen. Beautiful. Exhale, use the breath wisely. That's excellent. Now release the hands. Just turn the right foot so it's facing forwards now. And turn your left foot out, and we'll repeat that on the other side. It's warm, isn't it? So you can see how warm it is, so take care. After this, we'll stop and have some water. So now let's bend the left knee. We're going to repeat that on the left side. Again, make sure the left knee isn't coming over the toes. Don't stack too much weight there. And track that knee forwards. Don't let it go off to the left and right if you can help it. Right foot faces forwards. Arms to shoulder height when you're ready. And first of all, we don't want to forget the arm we can't see, but just softly gazing towards that left middle finger for 3 breaths, okay? So just establish the pose. This is wonderful for strength, tone, concentration, and very good for confidence, yeah? This pose is said to help us through life's obstacles. So we're softly gazing towards that left middle finger. Okay, let's make it more dynamic. Here we go. Inhale, straighten the front leg, bring the arms, palms together above the head. Good. Exhale, back into Warrior. 5 more of those slowly. In your own time. Lengthening up on the inhale. Marvelous. Exhale, back, gazing towards that left middle finger. 3 more, yogis. Breathing in as you lengthen up. Palms together if possible. Exhale, back into the pose. Use that breath skillfully. Good. 2 more. Lengthening up. Back into the wide pose. Beautiful. 1 more in your own time. Lengthening up. Yeah. Exhale. Very nice. One more. Here we go. Last time. Lengthening up. Straighten that front leg. That's great. Exhale. Good. And release the hands. And we turn that left foot in. Gently zigzag or walk the feet in. And just shake it out. Well done, yogis. Now, with any standing practice, it is nice to just bring in a balance, okay? So we're going to do one simple balance. Balances are quite tricky, you know, we're asking the body to take the weight onto one side. So go gently. Let's come back to Tadasana for a moment. Arms by our sides. Roll the shoulders back. Just take a breath, breathing in. That's it. A little focus on the breath. Breathing out. Lovely. We're going to shift the weight onto our right leg, your right leg. Hands on our hips to steady us. And today, all I want you to do is to have a go at raising the left knee and taking it off the floor. Now, if you wobble, please don't worry. Just have a little go. And raising the foot, flex it towards you. Hands on your hips. Great. Gaze towards the floor or beyond. Find a point of focus. Just one deep breath in and release. Simple balance. Have a go on the other side when you're ready. Stacking the weight onto the left leg now. We bend the right knee. We look along the floor ahead of the body. Hands on our hips to steady us. And flex the toes towards you. Push the heel down. That's it. Hold and breathe. And when the leg gets heavy, we simply release. We're going to do that once more. Okay, so again, weight onto the right leg. Raise that left leg now. What I want you to have a go with your hands now, if you wish to, either leaving them here on your hips, or we can bend the elbows, come into cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together and get a little lift in the chest. It's like a version of a tree. Gaze towards the floor. Don't worry if you can't hold for long. Just a breath is great. Breathing in. When we get tired, we release. Good. Legs are heavy when it's hot as well. So again, we don't hold for too long. Should we try the other side? Left leg is strong. Right leg again. Flex the foot. Cactus arms if you wish. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Get a lovely opening in our chest here. Lovely. And just notice one leg may be easier than the other, and that's really normal, yeah? Don't forget to breathe. That's excellent. Well done. And release. Shake it out. So that's our little standing sequence. And now we're going to come down and rest just for 1 or 2 minutes in pose of child. So if you've got a block, you can use that. If not, you can just roll up something like your, jumper. Come down, yogis, give your feet a rest. And we separate the knees. And we bring our forehead down, arms by our side. And what we know as pose of child. Now, if your forehead can't reach the floor, don't worry. You can make one fist on top of the other and rest your forehead here. So if the forehead won't touch the floor, make a pillow with your hands and rest your forehead. That's it. Knees are slightly open. Just bring the arms around the side if you can. Drop the shoulders and let your back breathe. Yeah, so if your forehead doesn't touch the floor, one fist on top of the other to rest the forehead. Just take 4 deep breaths for me, yogis, resting here, breathing into the whole body. That's it. Just allow your breath and body to settle before we move into the next section of our practice tonight. And by all means, next week, bring a cushion and pillow for your head so that you can rest the forehead there. Excellent. Take another deep breath in and out for me. Lovely. And then just come up to sitting when you're ready. And we come on to all fours now. And we're going into what we call the inversion. What you've just done was standing work. Now we go into an inversion. Then we do some back bends and twists. So as every part of our body gets to be used. If you're a bit tired, you and then we skip a pose, okay? So let's have a go together. We're on all fours. Take your hands a little bit further forwards, yogis. Can you see I've got my knees and feet hip width apart, tucking the toes under, and then we push our buttocks back towards our heels so that all the fingers, particularly the long finger, are facing upwards. That's really important. So spread the fingers. That's going to be your foundation when you go up, hands and feet. So just think about evenly placing the weight through the fingers. All the fingers facing up towards the end of the mat. So we're going to inhale now together, raise our hips and come up, keeping our knees and feet hip width apart. So we don't want to do this. We want to keep the knees apart, arms are strong. Doesn't matter if your knees are bent, yogis. And together we're going to walk the dog. We're going to pad one heel back and down as we breathe in, and the other heel back and down as you breathe out. Gazing towards your thighs. Join me when you're ready. That's good. Keep the arms strong. Spread the weight through your fingers and breathe. If you've got issues with your wrists and arms, come down and rest when you need to. Otherwise, see if you can hold for 1 or 2 more deep breaths. But do come back down onto all fours when you start to get a little bit tired and your breath changes. Please don't strain. Well done. Let's come down onto all fours. Sit back for a moment. Just because of the loading on the wrist, make some little circles, yeah? Yeah, it's quite tough, isn't it? And on a hot day, it can feel quite strong. Now we're going to come into another inversion, and this is called the bridge. And it is an inversion. It's quite nice. You get a moment to lie on your back. So can I ask you to come onto your backs now and lie down? That'll feel quite nice, I think, after being on your feet for that time. Now, we're going to bend the knees, and we're going to bring the heels close to the buttocks with our feet and knees apart, okay? Our palms flat on the floor, arms next to the body. Do tuck your chin in towards your throat so the back of the neck is long. Take a deep breath in and out with me. Let's breathe in and breathe out. Lovely. Now press the backs of your arms and hands into the floor and start to very slowly raise your hips off the floor towards the ceiling. So you peel the spine off the floor, raising the hips towards the ceiling. Keep your chin tucked in. Press the backs of the hands into the floor and just come up very slowly, as high as you can, keeping your knees and hips where they are. Come up as high as you can, don't move the head, and press the backs of those hands into the floor. See if you can stay comfortably for 3 slow breaths. Breathing in, breathing out. Stay there, yogis, comfortably if you can. That's it. If it feels uncomfortable, come down. Otherwise, stay a little bit longer in your bridge pose. Wonderful. Now switch on that deep breathing. Keep breathing. Try not to move the head, chin tucked in. Fantastic. This is great for releasing stress in the body, particularly the spine. And we can probably feel it on the legs, yeah? Lovely. Stay an extra breath here, if that's comfortable. But when you're ready to come down, start to slowly, slowly lower down. Keep the head and neck where they are. Don't move the head. Start to come down slowly. Excellent. Take a deep breath in and relax. Excellent. Now, believe it or not, the next pose is still classified as an inversion, and it feels rather nice when you finish. So can I ask you, when you come down from bridge, you're taking a breath to extend the legs on the floor. This pose is excellent for circulation, toning the abdomen and the legs, yogi. So palms down. We're going to inhale and raise the right leg as high as we can. Exhale and lower. Inhale, raise the left leg towards the ceiling. Exhale and lower. Try and keep the legs straight. We're going to continue doing this for about 10 on each side. Breathing in as you raise, breathing out as you lower. Just alternate one leg, then the next, but use the breath skillfully. So inhale as you raise the leg, exhale as you lower. Inhale, raise the opposite leg. Good. Exhale as you lower. Keep going, yogis. We're going to do this for 2 minutes. Arms by your sides, chin tucked in. Just find your own rhythm with this pose, your own rhythm. Go at the pace that suits you. This is good for toning the legs, it strengthens the abdominal, and it develops flexibility in the calf and leg muscles. Very safely, you're working your abdominals. Lovely. Keep going. Inhale, raising one leg. Exhale, raising the other. 4 more on each side. Aim to straighten the leg as much as you comfortably can. Once more on each side. That's it. Just listening to your breath and going at the pace that suits you. And then let's have a little pause, relax the legs when you're finished. And the next exercise is also working the legs and strengthening the abdominals. So I want you to hug your right knee in towards your chest. Leave your left leg straight on the floor, yogis, and bring your nose towards your knee. Lovely. Now, you're going to raise your left leg just a little bit off the floor, a few centimeters. Hold and breathe. Breathing in. Keep hugging the right knee in. Raise the left leg off the floor. Hold and breathe. Strengthening and toning. Also working the back of the neck. Lovely. Now release the head. Release the leg and we'll switch sides. Let's hug the left knee in now. Inhale, bring the nose towards the knee, relax the shoulders and raise your right leg just a little bit off the floor. That's it, just a few centimeters. Hold and breathe for 2 breaths. Strengthening and toning your abdominals and your legs, yogis. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. Now release down. Hug both knees into the chest. And just take a resting breath. Rock from side to side. You're doing really well. Can we manage one more abdominal work? Oh, let's see. Now, just watching me for a moment, yogis, with this one. If your lower back starts to hurt, please stop. I'm going to inhale, just raise my legs to about 60 degrees. Take my arms out to the side and come in. Breathing in, I open, keep the legs quite low. Exhale, hug them in. We're going to do 10 of those. Great for strengthening our back and our abdominals. Aim to straighten the legs, keep them fairly low, but make sure that your low back feels okay with this. Inhale, arms out to the side. Exhale, hug in. Chin tucked in. Keep going, just a few. Breathing in. Breathing out. Lovely. Keep going if you can. Straighten the legs. Lovely. Can you feel this on your abdominals? Yeah. Lower the legs a little bit each time if you can. That's fantastic. But again, make sure your spine feels comfortable. 5 more if you wish to. 5 more in your own time. Do stop if you need to. That's brilliant. Keep going. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale. Breathing. Breathing. 1 more in your own time, yogis. Let's do 1 more together. Lovely. Now hug those knees in and relax. Just rock. Let your abdominals and breath relax. That's it. Just take a few resting breaths. Wonderfully strengthening for your abdominals and your low back, but it's strong. Well done. Okay, yogis. We're now going to roll onto the front of our body and do some back bends. So very gently, roll over, come onto the front of the body. Take your time. You're going to do a few back bends. Now the first one I want to teach you is about working across your body. And we don't often think about working across the body in a diagonal way, but this is very strengthening for here and for abdominal. So we're going to take, first of all, the arms and legs forward, the chin. I'll just demonstrate first the yogis. So my chin is square to the mat, separate the feet, hands shoulder width apart. And I'm going to inhale, look down, keep the back of my neck long, and raise my right arm and my left leg. So I'm working at stretching across the body. Exhale and lower. Inhale, raise my left arm and my right leg. So stretching across the body in the opposite way. Exhale and lower. And we're going to do a few of those. You can get a bit of cramp in the toe because it's warm, so you can just wiggle the toes. Should we have a go? So chin square to the mat. We'll start with the right arm and the left leg. Do look down, yogis. Keep the back of the neck long. Press the left hand into the floor. Exhale, lower. Let's go across the body. It's going to be the left arm and the right leg now. Looking down, keep the back of the neck long. And exhale to lower. Keep going, yogis. We're going to do 10 on each side. Inhale as you raise. Exhale as you lower. Working across the body in a diagonal stretch. And this pose helps to strengthen and is said to supply the whole body with energy. Just go gently in your own time. That's brilliant. Inhale as you raise, lovely. Exhale as you lower. That's it. Try to look down towards your mat, yogis, just to keep the back of the neck long. But by all means, if you prefer to look along the floor, you can do. Inhale as you raise. Exhale as you lower. I'd like you to do 3 more slowly on each side in your own time. That's it. Diagonally stretching across the body, getting that lovely stretch. Make sure you're not straining and only lift your leg to a comfortable height. Fantastic. So just 1 more on each side. And then let's make a pillow with our hands now when we've finished. And just turn the head to one side or rest your forehead on your hands and let your whole body have a moment to relax. Before we go into our next back bend, take just 4 deep breaths and relax. You might want to bring the big toes together and let the heels fall out. That's quite nice, that relaxes the buttocks and thighs. Take 4 resting breaths, yogis, and then we'll move on. And we're going to have a go at 1 more back bend, yogis. Take a nice resting breath here. Now this is called locust, but I'm going to show you a nice gentle version. Can you see what I've done? I've bring my feet together, my arms are by my side, chin square to the mat, palms are facing uppermost. What I want you to do first of all is press the feet into the floor, roll your shoulders back and just lift. Can you see I've lifted my arms slightly? And then I'm going to push my thighs into the floor and just raise my head, just looking slightly ahead. Relax the shoulders and squeeze the shoulder blades together. And then if you want to, try raising the legs, keeping the knees straight, looking down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, and keep here to try and keep, that's lovely, well done. Try and keep those knees straight. I know it's hard. Hold and breathe. And again, this is strengthening for our back. Nice deep breathing, yogis. Look along the floor, squeeze the shoulder blades. See if you can come up a little higher, but don't force that movement. Breathe and hold. And exhale, well done. Make a pillow with your hands or just turn the head to one side. Let your body relax. That's it. These poses are quite strong and they require a lot of energy from our back, so just take a couple of resting breaths. You're doing really well. the whole body breathe. So we've done standing work this evening, we've done some inversions like downward dog, and we've just finished our back bends. So now we're going to do some twists. Okay, before we do that, I think I'd just like to add a little pose for the sides of your body. The sides of your body play a very important role in your balance. So can I ask you to come on to the left side of your body, make a pillow with your left hand so your head can rest in your hand. And believe it or not, this is a balance. I want you to look down on your body and keep your legs and body relatively in a straight line. Okay? You're going to balance on the side of your body and use your right hand in front of you just to rest on the floor as a little stopper. We're going to raise that top leg, the right leg, as high as we can. Exhale and lower, keeping both legs nice and straight. 10 of those, yogis. This is excellent, not just for the legs, but the spine. That's it. And remember, you're balancing on the side of your body. It's not easy, is it? We need that hand in front. Keep the legs straight. That's brilliant. Keep going. Inhale to raise. Exhale to lower. So tonight, you've worked the front, the back, and the sides of your body in equal measure. That's brilliant. Keep going. Inhale as you raise the leg gently. Exhale as you lower, keeping both legs straight. And remembering that I'm asking you to balance on the side of your body, so it requires focus and concentration. That's lovely. Let's just do 2 more slowly. This is going to be the last one. Inhale to raise. Fantastic. Exhale to lower. Now the last pose on the side. Flex the toes of both feet towards you, push your heels away, and raise both legs a little bit off the floor if you can. Keep the legs straight. Fantastic. Hold and breathe. Now you are truly balancing on the side of your body, and this is fantastic for strength and stamina, focus and balance. Well done. Breathe and hold. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. Well done. Now there are 2 sides to everybody, so we've got to do the other side. Let's bend the knees, come up, and just rolling onto the other side. Very often we have one side that feels easier. Let's find out. We might be a bit more wobbly on this side, but that's all right. That's part of being human. We're all human. So let's look down and make sure our legs are in a relatively straight line. That's key to the posture. And just carefully rest your right hand. You can rest on the upper arm if you want to rest the whole arm down, and if you're tired, like I'm doing now, or just bend the elbow, whichever's more comfortable. So here we go. Let's inhale, raise the top leg, exhale and lower. We do between 5 and 10. Anybody in the room or at home finding this side easier? We're about the same.
It looks easy, but isn't it?
No, I find this side slightly easier, not as stiff. We often think, the same. Or about the same for some people. If you're tired, just go gently. Inhale to raise, exhale to lower. We often think, oh, this is good for the legs, but it's very, very corrective and strengthening for the spine. So it's strengthening for the legs and the spine. Good. Should we do 1 or 2 more slowly? That's excellent. Remind yourself that you're, again, balancing just on the side of your body. It takes a lot of strength and concentration. 1 more in your own time. Inhale as you raise, exhale as you lower. And then relax, flex the toes towards you, keeping the legs and feet together. We raise them off the floor. This works the abdominals nicely, strengthening and toning the entire leg. Breathe and hold. If you want to make it even more challenging, take the hand away, the left hand, and rest it on your left hip. Oh, yeah. And it's good. Well done. Harder, isn't it? Because we rely on our body. Well done. Wow. If you're having a go at home, I hope you're okay as well. Use that hand in front of you though. It's just about having a go. Well done. Breathe in and exhale. Well done, yogis. Let's roll onto our spines again. You did very well. We're going into a nice twist. Hug the knees in again. Rock. And if you need to grab some water, please do so. It's warm, isn't it? Stay hydrated at home as well. So, we've got a few minutes yet, yogis, and we're going to finish with a nice spinal twist. Because in mindful yoga, we always leave a long relaxation. That's nice. So can I ask you, yogis, to hug your knees into your chest again and just rock gently, soothe your low back. Well done, yogis. Working the sides of our bodies is just as important as the rest of us. So we're going to go into a spinal twist. We're going to take the arms to shoulder height, resting the arms on the floor, palms facing the ceiling. And then very gently, keeping the knees together, just lower them gently over to your right side. It doesn't matter if the knees are on top of each other, just stacking the knees and the ankles on top, and then turning the head to look towards your left shoulder and arm. So knees go to the right, head and neck to the left. Now really carefully, just see if you can hold that for 3 deep breaths. We call this an easy floor spinal twist. So lower your legs down to the right, yogis. Take your knees all the way down, that's it. Make sure your shoulder blades are on the floor. So if they don't quite make contact with the floor, lower the arms a little bit. Brilliant. And relax into the twist. Twists are good for wringing out the tension in our spine. They're cleansing for our organs. Very nice. Just stay there. 2 more deep breaths. Relax. Okay, yogis, let's bring the head back to the center. Bring the knees back to the center and lower your knees now down to the left, nice and slowly. Keep, again, don't worry if the knees don't touch, just stacking the knees and hips on top of one another. Turning your head to look towards your right arm and palm now. So knees go to the left, drop the knees down, lovely. Gaze towards your right hand, just to give the neck a lovely stretch. Let's hold this for another 4 slow breaths. Take your time. Enjoy the twist. Do notice, yogis, in your own body, whether those left and right differences, those bodily differences and sensations feel different on the left and right. Now when you're ready, yogis, bring the knees back up to the center. Bring your head back to the center, and again, just hug the knees in, but this time, can I ask you to place your hands on top of your knees and just draw some little circles with your knees. Just making some small circles to massage that low back again, lovely. And then make some small circles in the opposite direction. Excellent. We're going to go into relaxation now, yogis, which just requires you to totally relax for the next few minutes. So if you want to grab some more water before then, do so. Otherwise, we're going to relax and go into relaxation. And I'm just going to turn those lights off again to give your eyes a rest. So if you have glasses, yeah, by all means, just taking them off. Let's now go into relaxation yogis for a few minutes. And you may just smell a little bit of lavender around, not over anybody directly, just spraying it around where we're relaxing. That's nice. Yeah, can you get the smell? Not over anybody, just around you all to, again, allow the whole body that smell of gently relaxing. Can you all smell it? Lavender is calming and healing, and the water that I use is from a natural spring, so it's all very pure. Wow, let's close our eyes, yogis. Now is the time to relax. All the hard work is done. It's time to reap the benefits of your practice. Quietly, just closing the eyes. We allow the whole body to settle. Whole body resting. Allow your whole body this quiet time. Turning the palms towards the ceiling to just release the shoulders. Tucking the chin in so the back of the neck remains long. And again, just making sure you're very comfortable at home and in studio so you can enjoy a few minutes relaxation. Closing the eyes. Take a moment to scan your body. Notice the areas where you are holding the tension. And check in with those areas now. Are they feeling as tight? Or do they feel a little less tight, a little more soft and relaxed? Simply allow yourself to rest well here, yogis, for a few more minutes. Relaxing the whole body. Whole body. Rest well. I'd like you to take another 5 slow breaths in your own time. 5 slow breaths in your own time. Just allowing that breath gently to come into the body as you inhale and to leave the body gently as you exhale. Just a few more slow breaths, allowing the whole body to breathe. Whole body. Taking another deep breath in and out now, yogis. And as you exhale, gently starting to move your fingers and your toes once more. Just gently moving your fingers and toes. Beginning to think about stretching the arms overhead or out to the side. Stretching, yawning, folding. Just moving the body in whatever way you wish to. Gently coming back from the inner world, back to the outer world. Opening the eyes and just stretching and yawning. Just take a moment, yogis, to notice how you now feel. Just take a moment to observe how you now feel. Stretch, waking up, welcome back. Opening the eyes gently and just moving in whatever way feels good for your body as you gently come back. Do notice how you now feel. And very gently opening the eyes. That's it, keep stretching and yawning. And just slowly and gently, when you're ready, come up to sitting. I'm not going to pop the lights on, it's nice and cozy, and I think your eyes, hopefully people at home as well, have dimmed their lights. Do turn around and we'll close the practice together as a group. We start as a group, we finish as a group. So just come up to sitting. Again, just take a moment to observe how you now feel. And join me if you wish to, bring the hands to the heart center, so that in our practice we take a moment to wish ourselves and all beings well.